Hey everybody, Megan and Steve here with Hustling for Excellence. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Today we're going to talk to you about patience and your own particular journey.
Yeah, absolutely. We were just talking about it a little bit earlier. You need to be confident in your journey because I believe it just allows you to focus more on what you're doing. What I mean by that is I run into a lot of people, I talk about what I'm doing, what we're doing. Sometimes I feel like they almost try to marginalize, my goals and my dreams. And maybe that's just because they know me, they know what I used to do and what my success was. And this is kind of a new journey. So some folks will say, oh yeah, hey, absolutely, you'll do great at that. And other folks are like, well, wait, that's not what you do, right? And I try to explain, hey, we're growing, we're not staying in the same place. So maybe we're here now, but we're continuing to learn and build and move forward. So I just it really bothers me when people try to marginalize, what I'm trying to accomplish. So I really don't listen to that.
Yeah, what you have to understand is, most people, they live their entire lives and they really don't learn, they don't grow. And so it can be threatening they feel it threatening to themselves because here you are doing something more and going beyond where you currently are, and they're not willing to do that, and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to be stuck behind and I'm still here in the same place, and well, maybe I should be doing something, and they don't feel that they're capable of that, or
right.
Simply not willing at this point in their lives, and maybe never. But so it's something that you have to get comfortable with, that the people closest to you, not even the closest to you, but those that you talk to might not understand what you're doing or support that, and they're going to really not probably believe in your goals and your dreams. But
right.
That's okay, because as long as you do and you stick to what it is that you are doing, you're going to be just fine.
Yeah, and that kind of brings it back around to the patience idea, because our journeys are all different. Some people may get there a little faster than others, but the whole idea is, as long as you keep moving forward, keep having little successes and stack those wins, you'll get there wherever, what your goal is. It's just, you need to be patient. I think there's that instant gratification, that dopamine hit, that like, oh, this happened or that happened. I'm like, okay, great. Or if you don't get it, you're all bummed out and they're like, oh, this doesn't work, or I'm never going to make it, or you start that negative self-talk. So just kind of put that stuff aside and realize that some things take a little time, right? Especially, I don't know, it seems like when you get to a certain age, you want things to even move faster, so.
Yeah, so realize, as long as you're doing, like as we say, that little bit better than you were the day before, you're always moving forward, and so you're moving forward on your journey. It's just a matter of that patience, because who knows how long it's really going to take. It could be a couple months, it could be a couple years. But you know what? So if it is several years, in several years, as long as you keep doing something every day and you end up way off better than you currently are, isn't that worth it? I mean, I would think so.
Yeah.
So just stick with it and realize that you don't want to compare yourself to others. You only want to compare yourself to yourself. You look at somebody else who might be 10 years down into their career. Of course, they're uber successful and they're, making this much money and helping that much people. But were they doing that 10 years ago? Of course not. And yes, it might happen faster for some people than others, but you need to move at your pace. As long as you keep moving forward, you will get to where your goal is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just think about the whole idea of competition. So, we're just, a lot of people are obviously driven by that. So, but again, if you have 10 years, 15 years on somebody, typically if they were doing the right things, they're obviously going to be ahead of you. So don't look at it as a negative, kind of look at it as what did they do to get there? How can I model them? Where did they have successes? Take those and use them. Where did they fail, or things didn't work for them? And then maybe that's what you want to avoid. So again, the whole idea of patience is a big deal. I feel like it's really lacking in a lot of people these days. Now, I'm not saying be lazy. Don't get it confused. Like, oh, hey, I'm going to take my time. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you have to understand it takes time for things to develop as well. I mean, you can kind of push certain areas and kind of, force things a little bit once in a while, but, you still need to just calm down, assess the situation, and, have a little bit of patience, and I think you'll be just fine. I know, Gary Vee talks about that a lot, the long game, right? I mean, thinking 5, 10, 15, 20 years, right? And then also legacy type of stuff. So yeah, just relax, have some patience.
So we're going to end with that tonight. So please leave us a comments about how you're doing with patience, and do you tend to find yourself competing with the idea of where others are at, or are you sticking to the fact of just competing with yourself and being better than you were the day before? And I'm also going to say a quick happy birthday to Steve, as it is his birthday today.
Yes, it is. You snuck that in there.
Yes, I did. Wasn't going to let that go by. So have a great one. We will see you on the next video. Keep hustling for excellence, and we will do the same.